Hi, welcome to Room 26 Podcast.
Ayan.
My name is Arya Chalabian.
And my name is Faye Villanueva Chalabian. Kami po ay co-founders ng Kawangis Publishing.
Yan.
Bakit Room 206?
Room 206 is the place where it all started. That was one of the units that we were staying in when we founded Kawangis back when we were still in Mandaluyong.
It's a small 2-bedroom apartment.
Unit.
It's super small. And that's where all
Everything
the
started.
ideas brewed and then it became Kawangis. So ngayon, ang first episode natin ay tungkol sa starting date
Yaman din lamang naisip namin na mag-start ng podcast
ng December.
at the very last week of 2024. It's one way of declaring na, it's okay to start late. So kung sa school pinagagalitan ng late, in the real world, hindi naman. Diba?
It's okay.
It's okay to start late. Basta mag-start ka. We'll talk more about that in our podcast today.
So gusto ko malaman, ikaw muna Arya, tanong no, yung what is your start late story?
I would say yung yung MAI. I know a lot of people in the comic industry here in the Philippines. They started really young. College pa lang sila, they were already in the industry. They were making content. Ako, I was already in my 30s when I created MAI. Medyo late na yon for some people. And then I was already in working for a company. I already had a career outside of the industry. And then when I got into it with the comic series, marami ng existing players, marami ng matagal nang nasa industriya, marami nang mas kilala. Of course, we have a lot of veteran comic creators, artists. How about ikaw, Faye? Anong start late story mo?
Yeah, sa comics industry din kasi prior to my 30s. So, ang tenureship ko talaga is nasa publishing industry. So, I was very involved with una video editor ako nung nagsimula ako sa isang publishing company. Kasi multimedia publishing company yun. Video editor, naging video scriptwriter, producer. Ang dami. Ano tayo kasi, di ba, parang hindi ko alam kung borderline ADHD dito.
So, medyo.
Ang dami nating
Jack of all trades.
interests. Ako din siya rin before we met. Parang ganun yung kwento namin na we're both like that. Jack of all trades, ang dami naming gustong i-explore, ang dami naming gustong gawin. Until umabot na kami sa 30s namin and we still don't know what we're doing. So I was nearing my 30s in the publishing industry. Promising naman yung career. And I was, parang helping others fulfill their dream of becoming an author. So I arranged the book launches for them. I was part of whipping up the marketing plan for the entire publishing company. And all that, parang sa akin, you cannot deny in yourself na gusto ko rin magsulat, gusto ko rin maging author, pero I'm fulfilling it for everyone else. I'm so busy and I'm not doing it for myself. So, nearing the 30s, doon ko talaga naisip na parang, what should I do? So, there's a cry. Ang dami kong manuscripts na rejected, despite the fact na I'm inside that publishing company. Siyempre, nagpasa din ako sa iba. And I remain invisible. Siguro the main reason is kasi hindi ako kilala. Unlike the others that we handled. Na it's easy for them to have a book. You guide them through making a book kasi popular naman sila. It will sell. Pero ako, first base, wala. So
hindi rin guarantee na when you're already working in a publishing industry, mapapublish ka. Diba? So, how much more for people who are not in that industry or who are not working for a publisher, diba? It's relatively much more difficult, diba? For people like them.
Hindi ko lang basta ganun, pero parang
Kasi yung kinukwento mo, yung mga pinapublish, syempre, mga sikat na, pero wala naman silang planong gumawa ng libro.
Oo, parang buti pa sila, wala silang pangarap gumawa ng libro, pero nagkakaroon sila ng libro. Ako may pangarap ako. Parang gano'n. Pero yung parang you're getting to your 30s, lahat tayo, I think, when you get a decade again older, parang meron ka existential crisis na, like, ano ba ginagawa ko sa buhay ko, di ba? Parang gano'n. So, parang you feel like you're late, and others are fulfilling their dreams already and you're not doing it for yourself. So, dumating ako dun sa point na, yung sabi mo na, marunong ka magsulat, marunong ka mag-drawing, bakit hindi ka gumawa ng comics? So, nagkaroon ako ng eureka moment dun. Although, hindi ako yung, kumbaga, hindi ko sulat yung una kong ginawa, di ba? Sulat mo yun. We had a publishing contract. Eventually, ikaw yung manuscript mo yung yung nakapasa and not mine. So, yeah, we did that. And that's where we started, like, 30 plus na tayo and Mai was published. We're not as young as the others. They were 20s when they started, di ba?
In this coming year, we're celebrating 10th year anniversary ng Mai since it was first launched. So, in a way, this is our way of reliving those moments. Grabe, 10 years.
Alam ko giving back. Oh my gosh.
Adjuma.
Just a little bit side trip on that, no? Yung the story of Kaiju number 8, sobra. Si Hibi no Kafka. When I watched that recently, na eureka moment ako, I think pati ikaw parang, well, he's in his 30s, tapos hindi pa rin na-fulfill yung dream niya. And he kept trying until he got there.
We were able to really relate to that character. O, saan ka na pag 30 ka na? Yun
pero
lang.
alam mo, parang truth be told, 32 is not too old. You just feel you're old, pero hindi
I think that's the part where yun kasi personally, yung reaching the age of 30, it's like coming to a crux na, diba? Hindi yung tsinelas crossroads ng buhay mo na you have already gathered all the knowledge that you can gather, the experiences, the trial and the errors of the first 29 years. And then pagdating mo ng 30, you start to think for yourself, where am I going from this point forward? Kasi as you get older, you have to be more, parang lesser na yung YOLO kind of mentality, but you really have to be more thoughtful about ano yung trajectory mo, ano yung direction mo. Trajectory. Kaya nagsusulat na lang ako. Mali-mali spelling ng bibig ko Ayun nga, so I think that's where it's coming from. Kaya when we were at that age, when watching yung Kaiju number 8, we can definitely relate and empathize with that character na, when you reach 30, lalo na pag dumadating ka na sa point na parang final try mo na ulit to kasi pag ito nag-fail ka pa,
wala na.
No more na. Find another direction. And I think a lot of you guys, like us, we have come across that situation wherein you feel na you're running out of time, you're running out of opportunities, and running out of tries. I think that in itself is a story na just keep trying and trying and trying. And sometimes you just have to try different approaches. Again, don't do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Segueing from that, ano sa tingin mo yung disadvantage of starting out late?
Now that I look back, parang the disadvantage is not so much Marami tayong advantage in starting late. Siguro disadvantage if you're looking at the numbers lang. You want to start at 20 para kasing may wow factor yun na parang prodigy ka or genius ka starting at like Ichiro Oda starting One Piece at 14 years old or 17. So, napaka-prodigy. Pero starting late? What do you think?
It's an awkward position. Kasi when we started late, when we came into the comic industry, when we started attending mga comic conventions, mostly comic convention. We started out with comic convention. It was fairly recent lang, siguro in the past 2 or 3 years lang kami nag-start mag-join ng mga book fairs. Pero when starting out in this industry, it was very awkward kasi you'll come into the convention, you'll get your own booth, everybody knows each other, and you're the new student in the class. And nobody will reach out to you to talk to you, diba? Unless you initiate a conversation. Kasi deep inside, pare-parehas awkward yung mga komikero. So they are very much comfortable talking to one another already kasi magkakakilala na. So if you're the new guy in the industry, it can feel very awkward. It can feel very alienating. So I think yun yung for me, I'm trying to recall back kasi when we started off ano yung mga disadvantage. So, syempre, alienated ka kasi you don't know much of the people around you, number 1. Pangalawa, you're starting off with like 1 or 2 books to sell on your table. And of course, since dalawa lang yung one or two titles lang yung offer mo, there's very small choices for your customer. More often than not, it also equates to mahina ang benta. Yeah. So, naalala ko yung first 2 years namin yata of running Kawangis, parang yung the entire 2 years negative. Kasi mas malaki pa yung ginastos namin for going to events versus dun sa kinikita namin from those events. So, I think it comes with that kasi nga, hindi ka pa kilala ng mga tao, hindi ka pa kilala ng market, of course.
Oh, of course, nandun din yung adulting things.
Oo.
Like, trying to provide for your family.
Exactly.
That's hard, no?
Mas madali kasi gawin to pag single ka. Diba? At wala kang single na wala kang responsibilidad. I resonate with those of you out there na
Breadwinner.
single kayo pero breadwinner kayo, ibang usapan pa rin yon. For those na single at walang iniintindi, kaya mong bumili ng iPad Pro Max 70 or
Hindi, kaya
8
mo
Dolby Surround, whatever model, yon. Malaki advantage mo starting early, di ba? Pero for those na starting off late, more likely nasa medyo family building stage ka na. So, it can be quite difficult kasi you're juggling between doing what you love to do versus, of course, providing for your family. So, ikaw, ano naman sa tingin mo yung advantage ng starting off late?
Actually, ang galing, no? Kasi parang yung turtle and the hare ang naisip ko. No, the turtle started...
Hindi yung buhok, ha? Kuneho yun.
Here, turtle and the rabbit. Yung ang bilis ng rabbit, no? Sometimes kasi we look at our lives na kailangan parati tayong una. Eh. Pero in our story, it's starting late. Feeling ko tayo yung turtle. It started slow. Also, literally slow din kasi parang wala namang kaming, kumbaga, we're not born with a silver
pinanganak
spoon.
na Ayala.
Wala kaming connections with
Big
higher
names.
ups.
Walang ninong na mayor.
Mga ganun. Like, even our parents don't have any idea about what we're doing.
Drawing lang yan.
Drawing lang yan. Pero I think there's a huge advantage which I want to share to others, no, na huwag kayong ma-discourage if late na, parang 30s na kayo or 40s or 50s and you want to start the passion project that you've been wanting to start when you were still in your 20s. You can start it kasi kumbaga lahat ng tenureship and experience mo from the past decades. My gosh, decades. Tayo decade lang yun. Ano yun, makakatulong sa pagbuo mo more effectively of whatever passion project that is in your heart to do. Sa akin personally, ang naging advantage nun is yung exposure ko sa publishing industry and being the jack of all trades of the company. Nalaman ko kung paano gawin bawat department. Niloloko nga kanila ako kasi nalibot ko na yung buong company. So lahat ng department I'm kind of involved in a way sa editorial, sa design. Pero ang main job ko is on the marketing and then I also pati warehouse, logistics and sales. Pero it helped kasi if I did not know those things, hindi ko alam paano sisimulan.
Tsaka paanda rin.
Paanda rin yung Kawangis per se. Mas marami tayong alam kasi doon sa business side of things. Pero nakakatawa kasi when I started sobrang first time kong gumawa ng comics. I'm going from scratch, from zero, on how to draw comics. Kasi for the longest time, I'm drawing illustrations for children.
Book illustrations.
Book illustration. Doing comics is a hell of another experience.
Different discipline in itself.
Pero buti na lang din, kaya pala ako nag-mass communications. Kasi magagamit ko yung storyboarding at saka film aesthetic. Lahat ng pinag-aralan namin sa MassCom, nagagamit ko sa comics na yun. So, may advantage pala yun starting late. Kasi lahat ng experience mo noon, mailalagay mo dito and you can do it better here than if you would when you were 20. Parang gano'n.
Yun, coming then from that topic, the advantage nga of starting off late is that may naipon ka na knowledge, na experiences na pwede mong gamitin sa craft mo, di ba? So for comic industry people out there, di ba? For artists, for illustrators, for inkers, for writers, if you start off late, may silbi yung experiences mo in the past. And more often than not, based on our observation, mas may grit yung mga tao na nag-start off late and mas less susceptible sila into giving up. Sanay ka na ng kinakayod mo yung lifeline mo diba? And when you're starting to do a passion project, talagang ilalaban mo yung passion project mo So I think that's one of the major advantage of starting late. Another one is starting late, you already have a data point to look at as opposed to ikaw yung pioneer. Kasi pag pioneer ka in something, talagang zero data yan zero information dyan. So everything is trial and error and you progress according to how fast you can shift from one decision to another based on how the market is reacting. Pero when you're coming in late, you can already take a look at ano na ang meron in the industry right now, ano pa yung wala. And yung wala, meron ba naghahanap nun? Diba? That's why we were able to come into the comic industry kasi yun yung nakita namin when we came into it. Hindi naman kami nag-jump into it agad. We tried to look at it first. Yun yung kinukwento nga ni Faye na marunong ka mag-illustrate, marunong ka magsulat. Same din with me. Marunong ako mag-illustrate, marunong ako magsulat. Pero sabi ko if you combine those two, it's comics. Pero ang tanong is, kamusta ang comic industry ba sa Philippines? So that's where we started doing our research, our study. We attended cons, we visited different kinds of comic convention, we attended book fairs. Doon namin tinignan, we did our research. Kamusta ba ang comic industry? It's not about just jumping into it and may story ako gustong gawin It's more about being tactical about it and really understanding your market, understanding the people around you.
So, paano naman, yung mga katulad natin, maraming interest. Kasi may mga ganito ako namimit na, paano mo malalaman kung ano talaga yung career path mo? Paano mo malalaman kung ano yung dapat mong simulan?
Roll ka ng dice.
Saan na yung dice?
Na ibang
So,
topic yun.
na yun
Character creation yun
So, now that you're probably in your 30s and rethinking your life path.
Ako, I personally believe, this may sound a little bit religious, but I really hold on to one of the Bible verses na nagsasabi na, the Lord has a plan for us, a plan to prosper us and not to harm us, di ba? So, if you listen to that particular verse, to that particular line, you already have what you are asking for. And what do I mean by that? Ito na may mentor tayo na nagturo sa atin ito. Na look back, as far as you can remember, trace down mo yung historical line mo, and then identify mo yung mga milestones. Whatever year, identify mo ano yung mga milestones. Where did you shine? Where, in what activities did you get involved with? What have you been doing that you really enjoyed or at least had an impact in another person's life or in a community?
Ano yung mga open doors na binibigay sa'yo ng Panginoon?
Noong time na yun, yeah.
Tsaka kung ano yung sinasabi ng mga tao na you are actually good at.
You're strong at this. What are the things that people go to you for? Layout mo yun and you will be able to, more often than not, you will see na parang random, parang here and there, parang ang gulo. Sometimes it may feel na ang random niya, pero take a look at it. Magandang i-map out mo siya, ilatag mo siya. Kasi doon mo makikita, meron siyang common denominator. And try to look for what is something that's common in all of these milestones. And doon mo makikita, ano ba yung trajectory na binibigay sa'yo. And that's where we were able to also find why we are supposed to be here. Prior to Kawangis, we did a bunch of other stuff. We produced a music album, made ice cream cakes, di ba? Pero when we took that time to sit down and reevaluate yung life trajectory namin, we saw na those two things are outside of the trajectory. Kasi wala kaming solid na foundation ng events in the past that leads to that. Pero yung for the comics industry, that's where we saw na mas dun yung trajectory. Kanina sabi ni Faye, she had the desire to write more story, to create more story. She's been illustrating ever since she was
Look, ever since I was fetus.
she was nasa tiyan pa lang siya nagdo-drawing na siya, di ba? Ako naman, on the other hand, bata pa lang ako, mahilig na ako magbasa ng comics. And that has been my go-to material. Libangan ko siya, doon ako natuto mag-drawing, doon ako natuto magkaroon ng desire for illustration, story making. Yeah. Doon namin nakita na, parehas kami na merong ganong trajectory, may ganong path. And ito yung direction. So, if you know the direction, come hell or high waters, ilalaban mo yung direction na yun. Kasi alam mong yun yung trajectory mo. And it all goes back to plot out mo, trace mo muna. Diba? It helps. It really helps. And that's the advantage of starting out late.
Naalala ko yung we decided finally to push through kasi meron kaming publishing contract for publishing Mai. So, and then, ang ironic kasi nun, the ice cream business was failing. And we didn't have money. So, and
Start a food business daw, they said. It would be fun, they said.
Ayun yung time na as in, wala kaming ibang job. And it was the ice cream business and it was failing. Pero meron kaming publishing contract. So, what did we do is, we closed the ice cream business.
Sold everything.
We sold the mixer and the chest freezer, everything Pero I took 250 pesos from that. Pinambili ko ng Ginib at saka ng, tawag dito, India Ink sa Diovir. Tapos bumili ako ng vellum paper sa National Bookstore. And that's what I worked with to start
Creating Mai.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, yun nga parang start with the resources that you have. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then it will grow from there. Parang tanim ka lang.
You don't need hundreds and thousands of pesos to start it. Bottom line, you start it. Start somewhere. Start small. Be wise enough to grow it slowly. Basta wag ka lang hihinto. To wrap it up, if you feel na you're starting out late, remember Kaiju number 8. Ayan. So I hope this first episode of our Room 206 podcast has given you like an encouragement na starting out late is not a big deal. More than being worried about starting out late, be concerned about starting at all. Start something, start somewhere. For crying out loud, just start it. And just keep going and keep going and keep going. Parang energizer lang yan. And the next thing you will know, you're miles and miles away na from where you started. And you will thank yourself na you started at some point in time. And if you enjoy this podcast, if you learned something from this podcast and you would want to follow more in the future, please do not forget to hit the like button and the subscribe. I think I'm pointing in the right direction naman. Para you can get notification and alerts when we upload the next episode. And we have a very exciting list of topics to talk about in the succeeding months for this podcast. Again, my name is Arya.
And I'm Faye.
Paalam.
Gusto po namin magpasalamat kay Nanay Marie sa pag-sponsor ng ring light namin. Saka salamat din po sa lahat ng mga sumusubaybay sa Kawangis throughout all these years. We are really thankful for your support and
for praying with us, for journeying with us, yung mga readers ng MAI na college students na ngayon.